Nowadays, I pretty much stay aloof at arm's length with all the companies of whose products I review. Maybe slightly antagonistic. That's a true statement. Slightly antagonistic. That's because I represent you. I'm a consumer advocate, and so I can't cozy up to them. Because lo and behold, as has happened many times here in the project, I'll give them a negative review, and they won't like it. And they'll cut me off. They'll say bad things about me. Whatever, I don't care. I run this show as an adult. I always have, always will. But another reason I keep them at arm's length is because some of them just don't last. So I'll make friends with them or have made friends with them, and lo and behold, as years go by, they're gone. Case in point, 4.7's flashlights. Do you remember all my 4.7's reviews back in the day? There were a lot of them. Great flashlights. They still are. Here's a Cork Mini AA. Great little light. Great little light. Now, another company absorbed the 4.7's brand, or whatever they're calling themselves now. But as a company, a self-governing entity, it's been long gone. And that's another reason. I'm just like, okay, I just feel like I'm a soldier on the battlefield. When the F&G shows up, I don't really want to be his buddy because he's not going to be around tomorrow. That's harsh. That's the way I feel, though. And this is a long-term affair that I'm doing. That's why I named it a project. A project almost never has an end. You're always just pushing it up the hill. That's what I do with the Nut and Fancy project. Push it up the hill. Push it up the hill. But yeah, I do stay a little bit aloof and slightly antagonistic towards most of the companies. There are a couple of exceptions. You'll have to figure out which ones they are, as time goes by. On we go with a company with whom I have no association whatsoever. And I don't even know if they watch my reviews. It's Civivi, the value subdivision of We Knives. And so I'm going to cover their Imperium. It is a pretty excellent knife. I have one in natural G10 right here. Then I have another one on loan from Nathan H. And it is in copper shred CF, carbon fiber. This is a Civivi Imperium in copper shred. Links will be below, taking you to Pro Second Amendment Blade HQ. Thanks for your support for that great company. And by the way, they have great prices, often beating Amazon. And their service is phenomenal. Phenomenal. I hear nothing but good from guys ordering from Blade HQ. There you go. But I have two variations to show you. This is another win, the Imperium. Now, technically, I don't know if you noticed this. It is kind of a front flipper. What? Now, hold on. I did a poll in the Patreon Clubhouse, and most of the guys hate front flipper knives. Kind of like this G5 Metamorph from, was it Real Steel does this? Or Steel Will does this. I get those two confused. So this is a front flipper. And because in every other element it's excellent, I ended up purchasing it as a cast member. Here it is again, functioning as such as a bounce off between the Imperium. So great blade shape, great blade length, good handle set, especially with my skateboard tape. The G5 Metamorph is very cool, and it came in some really cool colors, but it is front flipper only, which sucks. The best way to deploy it for me, because I'm a retard, is to hold the back of the knife and do that. There's other ways to do it. I mean, yeah, you can just pinch it and then do that. My hands are sweaty. It has problems. But the Imperium, while having a front flipper device on it, is really a regular flip out knife with dual thumb studs, no volcano issues, really. Let's see if there's any inclusion here. Not really. Easily accessible. It's a good ambi knife, so you just regular deploy it. The Imperium. Look at the blade shape, dudes. The blade shape is fantastic. Is it groundbreaking? No. We've seen it in a lot of different knives. A lot of different knives have this style of blade shape. It's just a classic, elegant 3.125 inch drop point in Nitro V steel, which is going to be similar to, I believe, 14C28N So edge retention, 3 out of 10. Toughness, 9 out of 10, which is surprising. Corrosion resistance, 9 out of 10. Ease of sharpening, 9 out of 10. Now that's for 14C28N. I think Nitro V will be similar. It doesn't really matter because you'll never cut with this knife. I'm serious. When I do gear checks on you guys, your knives don't have any wear on them, with some exceptions. There's some guys that the knives come out of the pocket and I'm like, holy crap, dude, what are you doing? Laying carpet with that thing? Some do. Some have really impressed me. But no, don't worry about it. Nitro V has 0.68 carbon, 13% chromium, 0.08% vanadium, 0.65% molybdenum, however the hell you say that, and 0.11% nitrogen. I don't know why I told you that, because it doesn't matter. You won't cut with it. Out of box, the Imperium is not sharp enough. I will say that. Needs to be touched up. A little bit disappointed. Could I correct it? Oh yeah, absolutely. I could put a wicked edge on it. Wicked edge. I don't know if I have a TMP sharpened knife here. I don't know if I have it, but you've seen them. The glistening edge. The glistening edge. Nah, that one's a factory. Yeah, so that's a fail with the Imperium. They should have it much sharper out of box with a Nitro V steel. But I do love the blade shape, and it is flat ground. There is a flat right here for a consistent angle sharpener like an EPA. Albeit the thumb studs, they probably remove with some pliers, but you're going to mar them up. So they're not like cold steels where they have a slot in there, easily removable. I do love when cold steel does that, by the way. So you can sharpen it with a consistent angle. Might be a little bit difficult. Let's check the speed on this one. You've seen it already. Superb. No problems at all. Lockup, superb. Timing on this one. Captured liner lock. What do you guys think about the carbon shred, carbon fiber? Kind of a second cool liner that Nathan bought. This is his knife. Do I love it? No, I don't. I think it's okay. It's okay. Reminds me of an acid trip, kind of. Okay, maybe not an acid trip. That might be a little bit harsh. Deep carry pocket clip, reversible, left and right. Again, a great ambi knife. I see no issues with a clip. The only way they could have made it better is if they would have, I don't know, Frenched it in, that's like what we called it in the customizing world, into the G10 handle scale. That would have been nice. And this is Jade Natural G10, of course. But the pocket clip is fantastic. I love it. A little bit of a backspacer here. Way to affix a lanyard if you care. Look at the skeletonizing going on in the Civivi Imperium. That is fantastic. Fantastic. Now, I misspoke a little bit. I said the blade was 3.125 inches. The blade length overall is 3.5 inches. So, really nice blade length. The jimping is moderate. It needs to be sharpened up a little bit. But overall, the looks of this knife, the elegance of this knife, the blade to handle ratio of this knife are very attractive to me. I love them. Very nice. And I can touch that blade up. I mean, I can put a wicked edge on it if I need to. Tell me in comment which of these two knives would you prefer, the copper shred or the natural G10. And I have seen the Imperium in some other fantastic colors. Civivi's usually pretty good about that. By the way, here comes a copper shred Elementum. I'll roll into this review also in Damascus. This is also Nathan's knife that he sent along, with about 30 other items. Oh my gosh. He sent some good stuff. I'm just teasing, Nathan. You sent some good stuff like this one. These two knives are amazing. And guess what my EDC knife is today? And not made up. This is legit. It is an Elementum in brown G10. Look. So this is an EDC knife I'm carrying today. Short run of skateboard tape. You know, for me, I like the G10 version, but maybe you guys like the copper shred. But it's the same company. The Elementum is a Hall of Fame EDC knife here on the project, and it has been that way for a long time. I promote it a lot, not because Civivi gives me anything, just because it's awesome. And it's good for your systems. Would I buy this Civivi Imperium liner lock, which I'm going to classify as an EDC blade? Around $68 currently at Blade HQ. I would say yes, I would. I think it's a cool knife. And in the colors that are available, you can find something that really moves you emotionally. Does it have some quirks? Yes. I think the jimping's a quirk. I think that it comes relatively dull out of box is a quirk. They should correct that, but I don't think it's astronomically priced on the C2107 Alpha. At least that's a jade version. I actually like this knife a lot. Here's the box, by the way. And it comes in the typical pouch that Civivi provides. Kind of some cool stuff there. Look at the sticker it gives you. Those are cool. Yeah, so it's got a little collectible pouch there. Yeah, dude, what up? It is a recommend. Nothing fancy.